Hello, everyone. It's Aaron St. Dennis, the FF Mad Scientist, and welcome back to the Mad Science Lab podcast. Today is week 7, and we are here to talk about XFL legend PJ Walker. No, we're not. No, we're not. All right. Sorry. I'll be for real now. We are here with the week 7 live sit-start show, doing some lineup advice, trade advice, all that shit. I got Jesse, Tanner, and Mike with me. We got a full house. Was going to be even more, but apparently Jeremy found something more important to do. So, how's it going, guys?
Good. Yeah, ready to talk some football. I'm glad to be back in the country, so it'll be a good time.
You get deported again?
Yeah, they keep sending me away.
It's that mustache.
Yeah.
I seen you on the Michigan State billboard yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
We're starting off hot today, boys.
Man.
I thought that was okay. I thought that was a hoax. I was like, no, even in Michigan State, they can't be that stupid. I'm not going to say what it was. If you know, you know. If not, Go look up Michigan State Jumbotron, and they're idiots. That's something.
It's called How to Get Fired in 5 Seconds. Yeah.
They did too. Michigan State immediately said it was the third-party service, and we've ended our relationship with the service. So yeah, way to take responsibility for it, and just say you severed a relationship. But anyways, we've wasted enough time on Michigan State. That's just me looking for an excuse to shit talk them because I hate them so much. Yay, Michigan. Sorry, NFL. How's it going, guys?
That's good.
It's going good, yeah.
Jeez, enthusiasm. I love it. You think this was one of those 9 o'clock London starts with that enthusiasm, boys. Hey, Mike's not over. There's no sun in my eyes.
Yeah, I know. I have a desk now. I'll send a picture later. I no longer have board games stacked up, although they're still...
We're in the most white generic room I've ever seen now. It's just
I haven't set it up yet. I have...
Did you just move in?
Kind of. We haven't moved into this room yet. I have a poster that I'm going to put up later.
Nice.
Little Troy Polamalu sacking Joe Flacco back in the day, but
nice.
That's it.
All right. Before we get into it, I guess we will start with there's actual comments. Never mind. It's you commenting.
No, we got one.
Yeah. At the bottom.
Oh, there is one. Okay, sorry. I couldn't tell which was us pulling from Twitter because FFRPG is you, right? That's just your other account. Okay. I know we were posting in here from some of our Twitter questions, but we do have one that's actually live. Nathan H. Hello. Which 2 wide receivers should I start in standard? Zay, Rice, Myers, Deontay Watson. I like Zay and Myers. I don't trust Deontay's role first game back.
Mm-hmm.
Watson seems hit and miss. Rice, I think, is good, but I don't think he's quite there yet. Myers and Zay seem to be the safest. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I have Myers and Zay ranked the highest. But I think Watson probably has more upside or a higher ceiling than Flowers, but obviously much lower floor.
Yeah. I think because it's standard, I want Zay and Watson because Watson's more likely to get the big boost from a touchdown or a long play. And correct me if I'm wrong, they're playing the
Broncos for Watson.
The 31st ranked pass defense.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Watson, and then I take Zay over Jacoby.
Who's worse than the Broncos right now?
I think
question.
Bears.
That's a damn good question. I'm right there with you. And this kills Deontay, this kills Jacoby in standard. Like those guys lose their value that they have significantly above. And particularly with Jacoby, them not having Garoppolo this week, I knocked him down a little bit further. It's just kind of is what it is. I'm expecting Adams to see 50% of the first 3 targets. It's just going to be the Adams show that week. So I'm with you guys. I'm going Zay and Christian Watson. Those are my top 2.
Do not shoot the messenger here. I'm just going strictly numbers, and I have it in front of me.
Okay.
Fantasy points allowed to wide receivers. Where do you think Denver would rank? 1 being the best matchup, 32 being the worst. You think 1, correct? They're the
top 5.
I guess that 70-point game though, there was a lot of rushing yards.
Running, yeah.
No. You were right. They were the best matchup. They're still the best matchup for quarterback, tight end, and running back. They were the best matchup for wide receiver for a few weeks. They have slipped down to 16th now. They're middle of the pack. Okay, so they allowed 29 points per game. From them all the way up to number 4, which is the Dolphins, it's 34. But right now, Seattle, Washington, and Minnesota are the worst. They're still bad, but they've improved after that 70-point blow up. But like you said, a lot of it was on the ground. So
I think from a real
matchup, they're just not. Everyone still sees them as the team that's going to give up 70 points. I don't think that they've steadied the ship a bit since. They're a mediocre to decent matchup now.
Yeah, I will say since they played Miami, though, they played Chicago, the Jets, and the Chiefs. Jets and Chiefs aren't going to have a lot of wide receiver production right now. So
that's also fair.
But yeah, I said Flowers and Myers earlier. It's Flowers and Watson for me because I definitely did not read it as standard.
Tyler is clearly a fantasy football analyst who's on Twitter because he is correct. That's pretty much all we do. We shoot the messenger. So it doesn't matter. It's, it's the old adage. Like I said, I came from playing poker for a living, and it was, do I play my aces or do I play my kings? Oh, the kings won. You're a fucking idiot because the kings won. Well, I got to play the percentages here, man. I'm not a psychic, but valid point, Tyler, and thank you for dropping in. All right, guys. Having said that, I never thought I'd find myself defending a Broncos defense. This is where we're at. This is what the schedule looks like. We have, coming off the week 6, the worst injury week we've had in a long time, going into bye-apocalypse. It is messy. We got another one here. Moss or White at running back. Anybody want to kick it off?
I need a moment.
Yeah. That's a perfect reaction to the side. It's just like it's gross.
It's Moss.
26, so it's the 26th best matchup for the Colts, 29th best for the Bucs. So it's not good.
I feel like I'm just been so anti Rachaad White all year that it maybe clouds my judgment. But the entire
your judgment's
week,
pretty clear from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, this entire week I was saying this is the last week I'm going to have Moss in front of Jonathan Taylor, and I had it ranked that way, and then I woke up and I don't know what changed, but I was like, you know what? I think it's Taylor over Moss this week, but they're still back to back in my rankings. I actually have both of them still top 20 despite the matchup. I think that's more just having 6 teams on a bye and all the injuries, but yeah, I still have both of them ranked higher, so I would go Moss over White.
Okay, but so what's this? The third week back for Taylor? Second week?
Yeah, third. This will be his third game.
This is his third, yeah.
I think I'm on board with you, though. My theory has been, like, it terrified me having Taylor back. Moss is the guy. I'm going to ride Moss every week. Sooner or later, I'm going to be wrong, and it's going to be the JT week, and I will never play Moss again after that point. Until I get burned, I'm just going to keep doing it, because every week they say, oh, JT takes over again, which he will eventually, but until it happens, I'm just going to keep riding Moss, and I hope that his dud week isn't the week I need him. So, I'm like out on
White's playing the freaking Falcons. It is a terrible matchup. So, like, the floor is low with Moss, but, like, he's going to be likely going to give you more points. And, yeah, I expect JT to pass the 50% threshold and, like, creep closer to 60 in this game, and Moss will still be viable. But, like, he's RB24 for me.
Do we want 50% of the running back opportunities in a bad matchup, or do we want 90% of the running back opportunities in a bad matchup? I would take White.
Like this is a trick question.
Normally take the 90, but if that 90% is Rachaad White, like,
that's
if they have 20 carries in the game, he could be 18 for 39.
Yeah, and the Rachaad White truthers coming for Tanner. And
yeah,
if you haven't, head over and check out Tyler FF Creator on Twitter. He also has a YouTube channel. He does great content. I'll say this: if Taylor finishes higher, then I had Taylor ranked higher. But if Moss finishes,
That's perfect. This is the best way.
That's fantasy receipts in a nutshell.
Yeah, I definitely think that Moss has a better chance of finding the end zone. That's probably my biggest reasoning for. I mean, White will get more work, but at the same time, Moss has a better chance to probably even have at least as many catches, if not more. And then I think he has a better chance to find the end zone.
Minshew's a check down king, so like he's going to feature both those running backs in the passing game. So yeah, like I get it, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Moss. It's just the scheme's better. They've been elite talents. Moss has been like on par with Jonathan Taylor from 2 years ago as far as like his efficiency metrics. He's been incredible. So like I'm just gonna ride with a better player.
All right, we've got a whole list between the three of us here of Twitter and Facebook questions we'll get into. I'm going to alternate between these. When we have live ones come in, I'll answer the live ones first from YouTube. I don't know why. I'm normally up for these 9 o'clock London games and I'm right on it, but you think these, 1 o'clock starts, all of a sudden I'm half asleep. But let's get into it here. Jordan Mason for a Monday starter pickup and plug AJ Dillon. Well, I think the problem here is Aaron Jones looks like he's going to play, and Christian McCaffrey looks like he's going to play. I don't like either option. My best bet here would be Jordan Mason and hope that they just have such a big lead that they can ease off the workload of McCaffrey. But then you also have Eli Mitchell, who looks like he's going to ramp up. I don't like either option. I go Mason by default. You guys?
The floor is 0 with Mason if McCaffrey's playing like that.
Yeah.
So like, unless they have him as backup options, like you have McCaffrey and then like Mason's the plug-in option, like I get that if he doesn't play, then I totally understand that idea. But like,
it is the best matchup for the Packers running back should AJ Dillon get a shot.
Yeah, like
Dylan's
I
going to
hate AJ
still
Dillon,
get.
but yeah, Dillon.
Yeah, he's still going to get some sort of role, whether that's 8 to 10 carries. LaFleur's just not going to not use him. So again, it comes down to who has a better chance to score a touchdown, and it's AJ Dillon. He has the best chance to fall forward into the end zone.
Yeah.
Tyler is bringing that winning actionable advice. That's for damn sure. Full PPR, would you go Hunt if he's active, which he is? Yep. Henderson or Latavius Murray? That is ugly.
I'm taking Henderson.
Henderson looks like he's going to get – what did they say? Him and Royce are the starters with Zach Evans acting in a backup role?
Yeah, I think this week for me it goes Royce, Henderson, and then Evans, and then moving forward after this week, flipping and going Henderson, Royce, Evans. But I think I might lean Kareem Hunt for this week over Henderson.
It's the best matchup of all of them. I think I would also go Hunt.
Well, I also have Henderson ranked over Hunt, so I guess I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah,
I would find a wide receiver.
My rankings to make myself right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Henderson ranked the highest. I've been kind of pounding the table for him this week. It just seems like it's set up for him well. And also Royce Freeman's not a good running back. So between Henderson and Royce efficient. And have you seen Royce Freeman? He's a tank now. Like, have you guys seen him? He's ballooned up. He's huge. So I don't expect him to do much of anything.
Wouldn't that be good? Because Sean McVay is probably like, are you CJ Anderson? He's probably reminiscing about the Super Bowl run. So yeah, that might be a bad thing for us if Royce has gotten bigger.
Yeah, he's a tank. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I'm gonna bet on Henderson this week, and if it burns me, it burns me. But like, it's a good roll.
I don't even know the options. Just punch yourself in the face.
Yeah, just headbutt a wall to you.
It's Joker. Let's just go with punch yourself in the face, and please do it live so we can watch.
Yeah.
Me and him were on a pod. Was it what's today? Sunday. It was Friday night, Thursday night. We did a live sit start on Fantasy Football Advice Network. I don't think we agreed once. We were on the exact opposite. It was made for real entertaining. We had Greg Kellogg, the Hall of Famer, in the comments just laughing his ass off as we argued over every sit start question. We were on the other side, so just punch yourself in the face.
Yeah, it's Najee and a lot of
sorry, there was a real question there. Sorry.
It's Najee. He's at least got some floor. Zach Evans has no floor in this game.
All right, let me scroll back up here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of Zay Myers questions here, which is surprising. Zay. I think with all the injuries and buys, I think both these are probably must starts. Like, I don't know too many teams where I have either of these guys and they're on my bench. I've got a couple of really stacked teams where, I decided this year in Dynasty, I was going to when I did the startup drafts, I was going win now in all of them. So I have a handful of stacked teams where they're on the bench, but I don't think I'm sitting either. But what do you guys, if you got to pick one, who you going here?
Zay.
Yeah.
I think so too. I'm trying to find this middle of the pack matchup. Yeah, the matchup doesn't really sway me, but yeah, I think it's Zay. He's looking pretty good. Full PPR, need a wide receiver in case DK is out, which is likely, and a flex. Okay, so let's start with the wide receiver. So the options are Deontay, Osborne, Palmer. That's got to be Deontay, right? You have a dog creeping.
Yeah, it's the life I live with. For me, Deontay is the wide receiver, and then I'm flexing Warren if I got to play one of those two running backs.
I don't know if Reynolds is going to play.
I heard he's active. I don't know what his role is going to be. Like, I have no idea. We at least know Warren's going to be splitting work.
Steelers here. I never thought I'd say that, but I think you're going both.
Yeah,
Steelers.
I didn't think about that.
What does the guy in the Steelers jersey say?
I actually think that you should put Palmer in there because I want every piece of the LA Kansas City matchup. So I would do Palmer, and then if I have to start a Steeler, it's Warren, but I don't feel good about it. Actually, no, full PPR. Give me Deontay. Sorry, I thought it was standard again.
Tanner?
I missed part of the question. I was trying to look for it. Who were the options?
Moving on,
Sorry.
we're good. Full PPR, Ford or Myers? This has got to be Myers, right?
Oh, did I move to the next question? That's my bad.
No, I'm taking Ford in this matchup between the two. I've lowered Jacoby. Ford. And Ford's still seeing the majority of the work. Like, he's just been better than Fremont. He's just a better running back, man.
Yeah, it's Ford for me there.
Yep.
You said he's the better running back?
Between him and Hunt, yeah.
Oh, I was like,
I just don't think Hunt's
between him and Myers, yeah, he's definitely a better running back.
What did I miss? I'm like, did I read the wrong question? I was trying to flip over to my chart here, and I'm like, huh? What? Okay. Next up, we've got Josh Allen or Herbert in a shootout. Thoughts?
It's a tough decision.
Herbert.
I have Allen third, Herbert fifth.
Can you really ever bench or Allen? Like, I think Herbert's the answer because I think Allen and the Bills might have this wrapped up by halftime, and he might be on the bench. But
I don't know. It's in Arrowhead, and the Chiefs have been pretty good locking down receivers. At least Snead has. So, I mean, Herbert could have some fits in this one. I'll just go Allen.
Yeah, it's so hard to bench Allen each week.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a bad option here. Like, shout out to you. Maybe you shouldn't have drafted both of these guys, but
let's just see what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm just getting nitpicky with Herbert there.
But
so they're both. I don't think you can go wrong. They're both, like I said, I have them both top 5 at quarterback. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta look at my rankings, but I bet you they're both top 5. They are 4 and 5. So yeah, I'm good. Next up, even grosser, Royce Freeman. He's having a stroke. Royce Freeman or superstar Craig Reynolds. Can't push himself too hard. So Royce Freeman or Craig Reynolds. That's ugly.
Draft better.
Craig
Royce.
Well, hopefully they didn't draft any of these players.
Yeah. Maybe you drafted J.K. Dobbins, Nick Chubb, Mike Williams, and more like me.
Yeah, I'm taking Royce Freeman.
I think I would actually do Craig.
I said Craig too, but
I'd feel weird about it.
Just punch yourself in the face again. Rashi or JSN? I think that's easily Rashi at this point. DK.
Yeah, if DK's out, but DK supposedly he looks like he's gonna play, so I'm gonna go Rashi.
Yeah.
The beat reporters have been saying DK is more than likely gonna play.
Yeah, that's what I see as well. Anybody not going Rashi here?
No, I'm going Rashi.
Mm-hmm.
Just the Rashi. It had remember the old Packers commercials with BJ Raji? Show me what you got, Raji. And that popped in my head with Rashi, and I don't know why. I used to think those are the freaking most hilarious commercials. Sorry. ADD, I'm all over the place. Gus Edwards, oh my God, these are ugly this week. This is week 6.
This is week 7.
Hashtag week 7. Week 7. Gus Edwards or Daryl Henderson? Gus Boss. Although the Lions don't allow 43 yards or less.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Although Daryl Henderson, we don't know what role. You got to Gus. I got.
If you're searching for a floor, it's Edwards. I just don't see a ceiling with Edwards in this game. So
it was. But the Lions have allowed one running back over 35, 36 yards this year, and it was 43 to Walker.
Yeah,
he needs a touchdown.
Yeah. But I still have Gus. Yeah, I still have Gus 2 spots ahead of Daryl.
Oh, this is not a pro Gus argument for me. This is just the
anti Daryl Henderson.
Yeah, it's just that we don't know. He could be RB4. He could be RB1 on the Rams this week. We have no idea. Yeah. He walked in off the street like 3 days ago. I don't know. I'm going.
He just shows up. He's like, I know the playbook. Don't worry. Just give me the ball.
Yeah. It would be a very Sean McVay thing, I think, to cut a guy, and then when he comes back, he's now your featured back.
Oh, yeah. He'll get 75% of the rushing work. That's how it works. But Michael Wilson or Jacoby Myers?
Jacoby.
That's Jacoby.
I don't care.
I do like Michael Wilson this week a lot, actually, but I'm not putting him above Jacoby.
Seattle, I believe, when I was looking, was the best wide receiver matchup now.
Yeah, they're getting destroyed. And opposing wide receiver twos, they give the most points to them.
Yeah. They're the best wide receiver matchup. I'm still going Jacoby Myers. Hollywood or Zay? This one's closer because Hollywood's the guy I was targeting because of the matchup.
Hollywood.
It's Hollywood for me in PPR.
Yeah. I had a lot. This was one of the only lineup decisions I really struggled with this week. I had a lineup where I had to play 2 of these 3 of Brown, Zay, or Jordan Addison, and I didn't know which to sit out of the 3.
Seattle plays the most Zay or most in the league. So That worries
In
me.
my case, I sat Addison, I think, because I don't want the 49ers defense. I don't think there was a right or wrong answer. Even here, Zay, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm
Zay.
too
Yeah, I
Zay,
said
but you can go
my
either.
weekly preview. I'm probably low on Zay, and I still have him at 23. But Hollywood's in my top 20. He's 18 for me this week.
I would start Hollywood.
Your kid's not the only one who had a phone-related emergency, apparently. Mine needs money on Pokemon Go, and he's about to interrupt me again to tell me he needs my credit card information.
There you go.
Do you think Aaron Jones will play enough, or should I start Freeman?
Or you should play Aaron Jones.
Foreman.
Play Aaron
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
Jones only needs 10 touches against this defense
Right, exactly.
to outperform Deontay Foreman.
I have Chubb and Achane lighting up my IR. So many leagues and buys are killing me. Murray or Damian Williams in a deep dynasty. Damian Williams got a lot of work. I don't know if it continues.
It was weird. He didn't play a lot of snaps, but when he was on the field, he saw work. So I don't know how you want to treat Damian Williams. I guess Murray this week, but
I go Damian
I don't
Williams.
like that. I don't like either of those.
Flip a coin.
I'd go Murray, but I feel gross about it.
I feel gross either way, but I go Damian Williams here. That's gross. Jesse, set your Hunger Games lineup. That's very unprofessional, Prue. We're trying to do a live show here. We take this shit seriously.
I thought I did on Friday. All right, Prue. We'll do it. Thank you. Yeah, this happened. I've missed like multiple leagues because of doing this.
Trouble. I got a league that I do with SC, and it's strictly college football, and it's actually a lot of fun, despite the fact that I realized after the first 100 players, I don't know anything about college football. So my team is now 5-3, because we're a week ahead in college football. 5-3, and my 3 losses are what we call operator error. Week 1, I didn't realize on Fantrax I set an invalid lineup. This week, I didn't realize I forgot to set a lineup. And last week, I didn't look at the buys. So I have like the biggest freaking just monster team that should be undefeated. But through operator error, I'm 5-3 just because I don't ever think to check Fantrax. And the Fantrax app, when you do it, it shows you player projections, or it doesn't show you projections, it shows you fantasy points per game. So I set it based on fantasy points per game. What it didn't show you on the app was that I also included 5 players who were on a bye. So operator error.
This is lovely.
Yeah. Picked up Michael Mayer this week. Do I start him against the Bears over Waller?
No.
Giants have what? Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
like
if
Mayer,
Waller's suiting up,
Yeah.
if Waller's suiting up, you're starting him.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
I don't
it's the
think
backup
Mayer's
quarterback,
time-
man. It's gonna hurt Mayer particularly. Like he's not going to focus his targets on him. Like that's the
Mayer's
thing.
time
These
is
guys are
coming,
backup.
man. It's coming, but it ain't this week.
And
It's
Also,
like
flex,
a couple weeks down the road.
Lockett,
Tyrod's
Lockett,
also the
Robert
backup
Addison.
quarterback.
Ooh.
Addison.
Lockett, but I might have Addison, but let me see.
Addison, even in a bad matchup. It's
I think
Addison.
I'm taking Lockett over Addison this week. Yeah, I'm taking Lockett over Addison this week.
Yeah, I got to scroll back up to the top to ours.
I have Addison ranked highest.
Musgrave or Mayer?
Musgrave.
Not
they are
PPR,
close
still
to me.
Musgrave.
Yeah.
Yeah, Musgrave. Musgrave's
matchup
top
there.
10.
Musgrave.
Should I be concerned with DJ Moore?
Yeah.
Yes, but you should have been.
Yes.
You should have been concerned even when Fields was his quarterback. So.
Yeah, it's a worse version of Justin Fields playing today. So take that for what you will.
Agent Bajent, man.
Yeah.
That's what I when I was doing I found one of my favorite stats ever, I think, in the history of the NFL is that last December, Bajent was playing Colorado School of the Mines, and he threw 2 picks and got sacked 8 times, and now he's starting against the Raiders today.
Oh, Jack Crosby's got a day.
I googled Colorado School of the Mines. The thing they're like the most proud of is they outranked Harvard by 1 spot on a like smartest student poll.
If you want to talk sacks, follow Cooter Doodle Amanda on
Yeah,
Twitter.
it's a great.
She's been on fire with the sack references for Sam Howell this week. There's some fun ones. We've got Tim in here, Deontay or Elijah Moore. That's
Deontay.
Don't get cute. Don't get cute,
Yeah.
Tim.
I don't know. He's pretty cute. Where are you, Tim? You're up in time to post questions, but you can't be on the show.
Despicable.
Dad life.
Guy,
life.
got a newborn and all that. Get your priorities in order, Tim. Deontay. At flex,
Wilson.
Godwin, Moss, or Wilson. I assume that's Jeff, Garrett,
Or
Let's
Michael
assume
Wilson? Like, I don't know.
Probably
which one.
Michael Wilson.
Okay, well, I'm going
I'm going Godwin.
Godwin, I think. Yeah. Regardless
Yeah.
of which Wilson it is.
Yeah, I'd take the floor of Godwin there. I don't think he has a lot of upside, but he probably has just as much, if not more, upside than the other two options there. I actually have a question for you guys. Would you go Godwin, Lockett, or Christian Watson?
Godwin, Lockett, Watson.
I'm particularly high on Lockett this week. Like I'm very in on Lockett.
You looking upside or ceiling play? Because I think Watson's the ceiling play.
Yeah, I only have one quarterback. It's super flex, and I only have one quarterback to play this week. So Aaron Jones is my super flex. So I don't know if I should prioritize the floor there or the ceiling.
I think you go for the ceiling to try and make up.
Yeah,
for
I think you're shooting the moon.
Watson.
I think Lockett gives you both of those this week, actually. But yeah,
I think Watson against the Broncos now.
Actually, yeah, I support the Lockett play. Arizona's.
Yes, Arizona's the worst. Yeah, I don't know. There's too many of you guys. Tim, there's always room for you.
It's Jeff Wilson. Yeah, it's Godwin. I would
I'm not playing Jeff Wilson this week.
Yeah.
Non-PPR, start a wide receiver and a flex. Let's start with the receiver. Gabe Deontay Osborne. I'm going
Gabe
Deontay. No, I think we had this conversation earlier. Non-PPR, Gabe Davis, I think, because the Patriots do one thing well, and that's lock down the number one wide receiver. So maybe it's a Gabe Davis day and not a Steph Diggs day. Non-PPR, maybe I just pray Gabe Davis gets behind the defense for a long one here. Deontay, I don't know what his role is.
Normally they lock down the number one, but against the Bills, Stephon Diggs is averaging just under 100 yards a game in his last 5 or 6 against them.
That's locking down Stephon Diggs, though. 100 yards a game is limiting Stephon Diggs.
But they've actually been limiting Gabe Davis's yardage. The last 3 or 4 games, he's only getting 30 or 40 yards, but he's been getting I think he's scored a touchdown in 3 of 4.
So do we think coming off of IR, Deontay's got to be fully healthy, right?
Yes.
This isn't he's coming back to a decoy.
No, he's back. He's good. He's been practicing.
I retract my previous answer. Then it's Deontay for me. Anybody else?
I'm just looking at yardage totals, and I would not be surprised to see Gabe get more yards than Deontay in this game. So,
I would. You said it was non, right?
Yeah, non.
Yeah, I would go Gabe over Deontay there.
Have we talked about the flex option? Aaron Jones versus Brian Robinson versus the other receivers?
Yeah. So we went Deontay for the receiver, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
sorry,
for flex.
I'm putting Gabe for the receiver.
Yeah, I went Gabe.
And
okay, so
I also think I'm putting Brian Robinson as the flex. It's a great matchup. He's the perfect running back that you know when to start him, you know when not to start him. I would rather have the floor of Brian Robinson, especially in non-PPR, because Aaron Jones is a catching fiend.
It's the best running back matchup in football for Green Bay. I think Aaron Jones is my flex.
I have them back to back. Jones 11, Robinson 12. So I would go Jones.
Washington has to be leading this game for Brian Robinson to do this thing. If they're trailing, it screws him up so bad. And that's what worries me. Washington's just so up and down. And they could be losing this game. So, it's not likely, but I'll just take Jones over him.
Oh, sorry. We'll answer this and I'll get some of the live ones. Start 2, PPR. Moss, Javonte, Jameson. I'm sitting Jameson, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to play Jameson.
As much as I'd like to see
I'm playing Javonte.
I'm sitting Jameson.
And Moss. Yeah, I'm with you.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't really want to play Javonte, but I'd play.
How about Javinet? Do you like Javinet?
Javinet. Monster.
I like that name.
No, you're starting McCaffrey.
Start McCaffrey. And
Find a different.
If McCaffrey doesn't play, he still might outscore Rashad White.
Oof. Oof.
Moss or White?
White.
Did we do this one earlier?
Yep.
Moss.
Still, no, it's my cousin. There's a ton of Moss, White, some form. I'm going Moss. Yep. Until Moss burns me, I'm just starting Moss.
And I'm the lone bastion of White.
We've done this question or a similar question 5 weeks in a row, and he's my cousin, so he's listening to me, and I've been right so far. Moss has not burned him, so keep playing Moss, Steve, until he burns him, and then drop him.
Yeah.
We made a trade a couple weeks ago with the intention of tanking. It's a keeper league. I forget what we did, but the trade's looking a lot better because he traded away Kyron Williams, who's now on IR. So traded high on that one, but let's move on. Sam Laporta or Goddard home to – so Laporta or Goddard half or three-quarter PPR?
I have Laporta a few spots ahead of Goddard this week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep going with Laporta.
That's close for me.
Yeah, it is really close, actually.
1 sec. I have Laporta at 4, Goddard at 7. I want to check one thing here. It is. That's what I thought. It is the worst matchup for Laporta. Ravens are allowing 4.4 full PPR points to tight ends. Full PPR, 4 points. It's top 12 for Goddard. I have Laporta ranked higher.
Yeah.
I think I'm going Goddard.
Yeah, I have Goddard at 4, Laporta at 7.
Yeah, I'm changing that. I think I had it Laporta 4, Goddard 7. I'm reversing it. I think it's Goddard 4 for me. Anybody going Laporta here?
I
Also
think I
go
would.
with Laporta. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm starting him until I can't.
Okay. Full PPR, Puka or London?
Puka.
Sorry, Tanner,
Puka.
were you about to add
Steelers
something?
fan here. Puka.
I just want to say one quick thing when looking at points per game against tight ends. I think that's the position that's the most important to look at who they played.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the Ravens, the
Nobody.
the best matchup or the best tight end I guess they played all year has been Njoku.
Yeah.
But other than that, Houston, Cincy, Indy,
to
Tennessee.
be fair, there's like 4 good tight ends in the NFL, so it's hard to
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah. But there's half the teams don't even feature a tight end. So
I'm
I think
pretty
if
sure
that's-
Mike is
that's
tight
all
end
you
5
play.
on the season, so
Yeah.
that's why he's got the Steelers jersey on. Fryermuth was out on the IR, and they put
called me
Mike
up.
in. He's tight end 5 now.
I
So
got to warm up.
that's what I see.
Puka, by the way.
Puka, yeah.
The offense is so consolidated
By a lot.
around Puka and Cup. Like, yeah, you just start Puka.
We seem to have
Yep.
lots of questions revolving around the same dumpster.
Oh, I
fire.
actually don't like this one.
I think I'm going Jeff Wilson. I think they both have similar usage and similar risk. I just think Wilson has much more upside in that offense, even against the Eagles. I can't trust the guy. I know this is the most Rams thing ever to have a guy walk off the street and be the number 1 running back and go, fooled you, but I just can't do it. Give me Jeff Wilson.
So he was good to go last week, and they prioritized a backup offensive lineman on the 53-man over Jeff Wilson. So, I'm kind of worried on how much Wilson's going to be involved. If they didn't want to play him last week and they're bringing him along this week, we'll see.
Don't get me wrong.
It's just-
I hope
I don't
you're
know.
right. I hope he sits on his ass on the bench. I have an insane amount of shares of Raheem Mostert in leagues where I need Raheem Mostert. So I don't want Jeff Wilson to do anything.
Yeah.
I have I just got texted a really fun running back start sit.
There's no such thing this week.
Oh yeah. This is on par for today. Already starting Deontay Foreman. Who would you rather go for the second running back? Craig Reynolds, Tyler Algier, or Royce Freeman?
Good
Algier.
grief.
I'm going to take Algier
Freeman
too.
over Algier?
I think I'm
There's a lot
leaning
of goal
Royce.
line work, man.
Yeah, I'm going Royce. I'll play Royce. I'll dive into that Rams backfield. It'll probably burn me, but I don't trust Algier this week. And there's just no thank you on Craig Reynolds.
Algier. Half PPR 14 teamer. Everett or Knox? Everett or Knox? I think it's Everett, right?
Everett.
Everett?
Yeah.
I actually have them back to back, 22-23. I don't
That's
really
just
like
the
Everett.
gross tight
but-
I think you got to
I don't
bump
know
Everett
where
up.
mine are at, but I'm pretty sure I have Everett higher. Everett at 16, Knox
Yeah,
at 21.
Everett always ends up in my past 20 for me every week. I don't know why.
Everett should be a top 12 option this week. Start him with confidence.
He's just always in that you're not confident portion of tight ends. I know you were just talking about it, but he
You
always
just
reaches
hear him
that
say
point where it's
starting with confidence.
So I said
Start him
in
with
my
confidence.
preview show, tight end 14 through 24 are all in the
Mhm.
same tier for me. So you can just draw their name out of a hat at that point.
Way to send mixed signals, guys. Start him with confidence, and then he's not a guy you'll ever start with confidence. And then it's tight end 14 to 22 are not confident. Dude,
Yeah, well,
we
just
really
getting
got to work
knocked
on
here.
this before the show, man. Okay, CMC or London. This one's a joke. I think this
Yep.
one's easy. CMC, we're good. Thank you. Yes, like and subscribe.
thank
Half
you.
point PPR, need to sit one. Huh? Really? We're sitting. We got St. Brown,
Jacoby.
AJ Brown, Myers, Ayuk. You got to sit Myers, right?
Yeah, it's easy Jacoby this week. Ayuk could go bonkers.
Yeah.
it's going to feature Ayuk. He's the top 12 wide receiver for me. Those other two are locked in top 12. So yeah, it's Myers.
Yeah,
Anybody
all those guys
disagree
are
with
in
Sid
my.
Myers?
All those guys are top 8 for me this week. Outside of
Myers.
Myers, yeah.
I bet
Yep.
Myers is still a wide receiver too in my rankings, but he's still the easy sit there.
Yeah, I think I have him. I have him at 15 right now.
I've got Brown at 4, ARSB at 6, Ayuk at 7, and then Myers is down at 26. So
Yeah,
we
so
go
I
for
didn't really
top 7.
I didn't really discount Devontae and Jacoby much. Like I have Devontae 11, Jacoby 15, but I heavily discounted Mayer.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Like Jacoby's the one that took a solid hit for me. Like he's a few spots lower, but like I didn't really drop Adams. Like he's been struggling, and they're going to feature in this with the backup quarterback, so I'm okay.
Do we think Laporta will get more red zone opportunities with Montgomery out? Montgomery was out last week. Do we know if he got more red zone opportunities?
I think Dan Campbell will find anyone that he thinks is a grinder and put him at running back to get goal line carries.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know. He's a tight end, so I feel like there's always opportunity there, but I don't know if it's really going to be affected by David Montgomery. I guess theoretically it could be. Not enough to really sway him. He's still probably a top 5 tight end, but 12-man PPR, Rashi, Deontay, Addison, or Sutton. I think it's starting 1. I am going. Talent-wise, I want to say Addison, but that's the worst matchup. I don't think I go Sutton. I don't like the matchup. For me, it's between Deontay in a good matchup or Addison in a bad one. I think I want to go Deontay and hope he just comes back to his volume in a much easier matchup. Anybody got thoughts here?
I'm still going Addison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have those 3 back to back: Deontay, Addison, and Sutton, and I'm not starting Addison of those 3. I might have actually learned some of Rice because I'm kind of curious.
So who are you playing in this one?
I'm playing Addison.
Oh, are you okay?
I think it's
Mike?
Addison.
Addison, okay.
Yep.
Got offered a trade. I received Mostert, Sutton, and Ramondre. I give Thielen, Hollywood, White.
Yeah, get White off your team. Do it.
Yeah, but what's he getting in
Trade.
return? He's getting the wide receiver of Rashad White's and Cortland Sutton.
He's getting the number 2 running back in fantasy.
For the next few weeks.
For a week.
I really
Like
I don't want to trade Thielen. Like that's the guy I don't want to trade away. I'm fine trading the other 2 guys away, like they're whatever. Thielen's been fantastic, man.
Mostert's a sell high for me, man. We seen what happened last time Devon A-Chain was healthy. So
yeah, I actually like Thielen and Hollywood better.
I think so too.
Wanted to poop on Rashad White a little more.
No, but this is 6 players I'm not really
find a way to trade Rashad White still.
Yeah.
like. Is it possible you can sell high on Mostert, Sutton, and Ramondre, and then sell the other players as well for something that's not a sell high? Like, I feel like everything in here is either a sell high or just a sell. Like, I don't particularly want to acquire any of these assets.
I'm fine with most of the rest of the season. Like he's still gonna have a role. Like A-Chain's fantastic. He's just not gonna take all of the work. So like it's gonna split between those 2.
What was it, week 4 before
the last time they were both healthy, Raheem Mostert had 7 carries.
Yeah, he took over everything. I know it. I've got a few leagues where I really, really need Mostert. I'm going, my God, if A-Chain comes back in a week or 2 or whatever it is, this could completely tank my season if he tanks Mostert. Like, I'd like to get Mostert off my team, especially like I don't want to have to start Rashad White, but if these are your flex options, I feel much better about flexing Thielen or Hollywood than I would Mostert.
I mean, do we think the 31-year-old Mostert? Yeah, do we think the 31-year-old Mostert's going to hold up the entire season?
That's the concern I have with him. It's like
after holding up last season for the first time ever. No.
Yeah. Well, do we think the 95-year-old Thielen's going to hold up the whole season?
I mean,
wide receiver takes less weird shots. I get your point, but I'd rather rely on an old receiver to stay healthy as long as he's not named Julio Jones.
Yeah.
So the I prefer the bottom side, except like I prefer Ramondre to Rashad, but like I'd rather have Thielen and Marquise than I just don't want Sutton. Like Sutton doesn't do anything for me.
Can you package White with someone else and get Ramondre back in that instead of doing a 3 for 3, try and get a 2 for 1, get Stevenson out of it.
All right, so that settles it. Jesse wants the bottom and Tanner prefers the package. Nobody. Come on, you gotta let me get away with that. You're welcome. Reluctant with Jeff Wilson and knowing A-Chain is coming back, but kind of need to win now. Well, yeah, if you need to win now, the obvious is Raheem Mostert and just ride it until it caves in on you. I just don't know how plausible it is long term. He's obvious. Yeah. If you need to win this week and next week, like if you're a 2-4 team, you just keep starting Mostert and keep him because he was easily the best player right now.
Honestly, the better side of that package is whichever side stays healthier, and that's just something we can't predict.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trying to predict which old ass player stays healthy. Yeah. Good luck. Okay, Pickens, Watson, Pitts, start 1, full PPR. Don't forget, it's National Tight End Day.
Yeah, but also Kyle Pitts is probably in trouble for scoring a touchdown last week.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But he did grow. He did grow the mustache in support of Arthur Smith, so he's doing something right.
I don't want to trust Pickens. I traded Pickens everywhere I could while he was a sell high because I don't think he's terrible, but I think a lot of his production evaporates here. Watson, I think, has the highest ceiling. Am I crazy here? Am I really going to say I think I want to go Pitts? I might. Have I been drinking? I'm going to drug test
that is a choice.
I'm going Watson in this one.
Watson.
Yeah. I did say with the Falcons early in the year, if they start targeting London and Pitts consistently, I will say Arthur Smith's mustache looks good. But until then, it's dumb. He has a dumb mustache.
Have you seen that tight end usage? They're like breaking the chart for tight end points. Like it's nobody else is coming close to what the Falcons are doing.
This is the
It's
most
bonkers.
It's just
boomer
so
bust
much
lineup I've ever seen. You have three guys who could all put up 0 or put up 20 points. Like, ugh. I don't.
Yeah,
I
think
the
Watson
one I'm
does
avoiding.
today, though.
Yeah, he should.
I mean, this, like, for the Packers today, this is their season. Like, if they lose to the Broncos, then it's all right. We need a top 10 pick at this point.
Is this a real question?
Kyler.
It's Kyler. So better backup stash, Jordan Love or Kyler Murray. Give me the one that's like top 5 or top 6 in points per game his whole career. Give me
Yeah,
Kyler.
but what is he during the weeks where Call of Duty has been released?
The beta's already behind us. He's fine.
Oh, is it? Okay, Call of Duty's already out. So that's why he's getting ready to come off of IR. He's already ranked up and he's bored of it.
Yeah, he's already played.
Priorities, baby.
Gotcha.
Priorities.
Okay, Kyler,
Yeah,
Kyler's a top 3 quarterback. He's done with Call of Duty, whatever one of the Call of Duty 900, whatever one came out this year. All right. This was a tough one
I'm trying
for
to
me.
look up when double XP weekend's going to be.
Don't be during the fantasy playoffs, you watch.
Oh, gosh.
Week 15 or
I'm
16.
trying to look up double because you'll have to sit Kyler that week for sure.
Yes, you will. Yes. No, I'm not joking. This is a legit problem. He's not wrong. But okay, so stream Commanders or Giants. And I thought to myself, good God, this has got to be the Commanders because the Giants could get the Commanders could get 20 sacks. And then I thought to myself, wait, Sam Howell could get to sack.
Yeah.
Can you play both DSTs this week and just flex one?
They're very high in the
Doesn't it
rankings
feel-
of DST. Like,
Doesn't it feel like they're both trap plays though at the same time? Like their matchups look
What if
juicy,
the over-under on-
but
absolutely.
they also just feel like they're trap plays.
But what's the over-under on combined sacks for these two teams? If you
It's gotta
told
be
me
off
it
the
was
charts.
9.5,
14.
I would take the over.
Yeah.
1,000, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
a number that's matched. It's just about. Well, I mean, Tyrod's playing and he doesn't take the level of sacks that Aaron Jones does, so it should come down
True.
a little bit.
Sam
but
Howell
yeah,
can take
he's gonna turn it over.
himself.
Yeah, but I say Sam Howell takes sacks like nobody's business.
Just ask Hooter Doodle.
Probably play the Giants here.
So I have them second and third in my rankings, and it's like a 0.2 point difference. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I guess the team going against the backup quarterback, I'll take the Commanders, but like, I don't. Yeah,
I have the Commanders ranked higher, but
they are my 1 and 2. I have the Giants 1, Commanders 2.
Oh, no. It's a trap.
over the Bills against that god awful Patriots defense.
Oh, yeah. That's
Or
got to be
offense?
top 2.
Dude, in leagues that count sacks for normal scoring, I don't know what the record for a point spread has been for over-under on sacks. This will break it. This could be like, what's the NFL record for most combined sacks in one game? This could hit
gotta be a
30
lot.
sacks. Like this 25, 30 sacks in this game. Like it's not it. And then Sam Howell throws how many interceptions? Tyrod probably won't turn the ball over a bit, but he runs, so he could fumble. This is a DST bonanza here. Give me this one.
So
Like I said, can we go with Scott Fishbowl settings here where you can flex DSTs and kickers?
The record for sacks is 14 in a game, and it was
Over.
the Eagles versus the Giants.
Okay, but hasn't Sam Howell been sacked 14 times
1952.
in one game himself?
Close. I think he's
Gotta be
pushing
11
that
this-
total.
He's
hit
working
11.
on it.
No, but I think he's been sacked 11 times at least once. So you tell me the other team couldn't get, or his team couldn't get 3 sacks? Good God.
Well, no, that's just by one team. We don't know the combined total.
Yeah.
Okay, so my end goal here, or my end answer here is look at the upcoming schedules. Whichever team you plan on playing more long-term, start them and drop the other. You don't need to carry both these teams. Start one that you're going to keep playing and drop the other.
The Commanders play Philly next week, so.
Okay,
There
what was
you go.
that?
The Commanders play Philly next week.
Who do the Giants have?
The Giants played the Jets, so I would take the Giants.
And drop Washington. There you go.
There you go.
That's
There
the
you
good
go.
answer, I think. Good teamwork, guys.
Sweet.
Yay. All right.
Don't play Jeff Wilson over Najee.
Wilson or Najee?
Oh God.
And Pittman, yes. Pittman over Deontay.
This isn't real. Thank you for asking, but Najee, please.
Najee, yeah.
Just fall into the end zone, you goober of a running back.
Give me Najee. It's all Steelers questions, and then we got Pittman or Deontay. I think Pittman easy.
Shocking.
Pittman.
Yeah, Pittman,
Najee and Pittman.
Pittman for sure.
Oh, although Pittman's got the Browns, right? So it's
I don't
closer.
care.
But I think
Gardner
it's-
Minshew's going to be running for his life.
Yeah. Would Pittman have 15 targets last week? Like, I'm just going to chase Pittman, yeah.
Yep.
Russell or Deshaun. So it's Colts
Oh,
secondary. I think I go. Oh, Watson. That's scary.
Yeah, I have Russ.
Let me look at my rankings. I'm going to defer to my rankings for this one.
I have Russ 10th. Deshaun's like
Yeah.
a mid QB2 for me this week.
I have Russ at 9, Watson at 13. So Russ for me as well.
I would check
Yeah.
waivers. Russ, if I have to start one.
I would check waivers.
Like if Sam Howell's still out there, I would rather play Howell. I know we just talked about all the sacks, but
Dude,
Howell's the top
Sam
10
Howell's
quarterback
not
this
out
week.
there in any leagues. It's rough. I looked because I've been the Sam Howell guy, and I've looked. Sam Howell, there's some hype. Like I couldn't
Yeah,
find Sam
I was
Howell
just-
in any league.
People love
I was
Howell,
just
man.
looking at
Don't get it.
who I have ranked ahead of Deshaun. He's the only one that might be still out there.
Matt Stafford's available in 40% of leagues on ESPN.
I have
Stafford,
Fantastic pickup.
Stafford.
Baker
Stafford's,
Mayfield's available in 73% of leagues on
Jordan
ESPN.
Love.
Ooh.
I have Love
Yeah.
at 9.
If you can get Stafford, he's ranked higher than both of these guys for me.
Yep.
B-Rob or Aaron Jones. I think it's Aaron Jones against the bad Broncos.
For me, it's B-Rob, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Jones 11, Robinson 12.
I just
If
think
you're worried about
Robinson-
the injury, just play Robinson. Like, if you're worried about that, just play Robinson.
Robinson, I think it's a good game script for him, but he's always a risk that if this game script doesn't go in their favor, he's completely useless. So
Yeah,
I'd
it's like
rather
the
just-
Chicago game. Yeah.
I'd rather
He did
face
nothing.
Denver. Devonta Smith or Zay Flowers?
Devonta.
Dolphins. Oh,
Devontae.
That game's a shootout,
It's-
man. Like,
Zay
I want it.
Flowers for me. The Lions give up a lot of yards to receivers. Even though they're good, they're kind of a bend but don't break. I'm taking Flowers. Anybody?
I mean, they're close in rankings, but I'm going Devonta.
I would
Yeah,
go with
it's
Smith.
Smith.
it's Devontae for me.
All right. This is a repeat of the same
Yeah, he
question.
took it twice.
Where are we? Sorry, I got to scroll back up to the non-live questions.
Sorry.
Tampa or Rams? The Bucks have the Falcons. Rams have the Steelers. I would rather go Rams. Ugh.
I have Bucks higher. I
I
don't
think
mind
I
the
would-
Rams. I kind of like the Rams this week though.
I have. Sorry, what are the options? I forgot. ADD kicked in. Okay, Tampa and the Rams. I have Tampa at 7. I have the Rams at 13. Give me. I got to change that. I think I got to move the Rams up. I would take the Rams in this one, despite the fact that I currently have Tampa higher. Thoughts? Anybody else?
Yeah, I would say no, for the Falcons, you kind of have to get them in a negative game script to get them to throw, and that's when you
Yeah.
get the turnovers. And if this stays a neutral game script, then yeah, the Bucks may not have a chance to really get any turnovers. At that point, I'd probably rather play the Rams, but that also has to happen. So I still have the Bucks ahead. But if you think it's going to be a neutral game script the whole time, I'd go Rams.
Michael Wilson, Kendrick Bourne, Wandell Robinson. I have no idea. I feel like these guys are all in the 30s and 40s for me.
Yeah,
Am I crazy
I'd
to say
go-
Wandell Robinson?
I'm taking Michael Wilson.
I'm going Michael Wilson. I am looking to stash Wandale though.
Wandell's getting so much volume. I get it. It's Giants volume with Tyrod Taylor, but just a sec. I want to see where I have. So what is it? Wandell.
Wandell, Michael
Kendrick
Wilson,
Bourne.
and Kendrick Bourne.
They're all
Yeah.
outside the top 40 for me. Wandell's at 44. Wilson's at 50. Bourne is. Maybe I skipped Bourne. Maybe I have Bourne the highest. I do. I have Bourne at 40 himself, but I don't know.
I think I'm going to roll with Michael Wilson or Wandale, but
I think Bourne's not the answer.
Yeah.
Agreed.
who you choose to believe in out of the other two. I like Wilson. I think he's a great stash, but if I got to play someone this week, I think I'd rather play Wandell.
I think it's the perfect matchup for Wilson because Seahawks play the most zone in the league, and he's been good against zone. He's been terrible against man. So like this is his matchup for him, and they give up the most points to fancy wide receiver twos, which he is. So like I'm
Would you guys rather go Wilson or Romeo Dobbs?
I feel like you gotta go Dobbs, but yeah,
Dobbs against Denver.
Dobbs.
Yeah.
Okay, Stevenson, Javonte, or Jeff Wilson.
Javonte. Let's see, actually.
Not Jeff Wilson.
Yeah. Eliminate him. I have Stevenson highest.
I have Javonte highest.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Stevenson.
I don't like him playing against Buffalo. So.
Buffalo's given up a high rate of explosive runs, and Stevenson has a high rate of explosive runs, so I think it's going to just break off a couple of long ones, make your day worth it.
I have Stevenson as a high-end RB2. I have Javonte as a low-end RB2.
Yeah.
This one's close for me. Trade Montgomery or Waddle?
Redraft, probably. Dynasty, 1,000%.
I'm taking Waddle on either. Like, I don't want to deal with the injury for Monty. And, like, Waddle's been – like, I know he struggled, but, like, he's finally healthy again. He saw 30% target share last week. It's Waddle.
I assume if you're thinking of this deal, you don't need the running back, so it doesn't really factor in. But, yeah, it's probably got to be Waddle. He doesn't look great, but Logan Thomas, Luke Musgrave. So it's Giants or Broncos. Broncos, I don't even have to look, are the number one matchup for tight ends. I think I go Musgrave. Logan Thomas has cooled off after a couple of good weeks. Him and Hunter Henry both kind of looked like they were going to be tight end streaming saviors and then fell off the fucking map. So Luke Musgrave.
Yeah, they're back to back for me. I have Musgrave one spot ahead.
Oh, we have the same question here twice. I'll skip to the next one. Who to start, Judy or Kendrick? Ugh.
Ew.
I feel like my gut wanted to say instantly Judy, but I think it's a lot closer than I'm giving it credit for.
I want more Royce Freeman questions over this.
You got to start that if you're considering Bourne over Judy.
Do you want to start a Jag or do you want to start Kendrick Bourne?
It's like I feel like you could at least trade Judy for something if you're going to bench him for Bourne. Like somebody would use something.
I think I might actually play Bourne here.
Did you guys know Kendrick Bourne had 11 targets last week?
Yeah,
dude, he's just not relaxed. It's so
20 targets in the first 2 weeks.
He's such a trap every time. You trust him, and then it's like 2 targets. Like that's just how the Kendrick Bourne life goes.
You know what?
I just don't want to do it.
I'm putting Bourne in there.
Yeah, I'm Bourne.
YOLO.
Yeah. And then it's always Tua.
Yeah,
the answer is always Tua.
Well, especially this match.
Oh yeah, Tua.
The Lions have given up a lot of rushing yards to quarterbacks, and they're getting Lamar. So it's like, I think I have Lamar higher, but they're really close. Yeah, I have Lamar 2 spots higher.
Too, but it's still not enough to make up for Tua's upside, I think.
I don't feel like the Lions Ravens is going to be that high scoring of a game. Yeah. And Dolphins Eagles, I think, is going to be a very high scoring game. So
it should
sit one half PPR. Lockett, Godwin, Addison. I think I'm sitting Godwin.
I'm definitely starting Lockett.
I'm sitting
Lockett's the easy one to play.
I was gonna say I have Lockett at 16, Godwin at 24, Addison at 28. So I have sit Addison, but I don't feel great about it.
Yeah, I think I'll probably start Addison over Godwin.
God, I actually have Addison ranked the highest, but like I kind of want to sit him between those options.
It's the difference between projections and rankings, I guess, hey?
Yeah.
My rankings go into Fantasy Pros based on my projections, and then I'll take a look at them and be like, I don't think I agree with the rankings. So,
yeah, I just don't agree with myself from 3 hours ago.
Yeah, that happens, though. Who are we sitting here? We agree it's not Lockett, right?
I'm sitting Godwin.
Lockett's playing.
Yeah, Godwin's got a better floor, I feel like.
I don't know. There's no Jefferson. I think Addison's got a better floor.
He's
the only kind of similar to him.
Well, TJ Hawkinson has never been a target monster. Like, he's not going to be the one in this. He's not Mark Andrews. He's not going to just take over like Kelsey would or whatever. I think it's.
And also, every healthy game for Evans, he's seen 10+ targets this season. So, like, Evans is the guy in that offense. So, like, I don't think Godwin has the.
Can we revisit the Hawkinson not being a target monster thing? He's leading the team in targets right now, isn't he? and
Yeah,
he's
like first or second in tight end targets in the league.
yeah.
I don't
I
know.
just
He's a
wish he
target
freaking
monster.
I wish he had the George Kittle skill set because God,
That
he'd
may
be
have
so
been
good
a
if that was
poor
the case.
characterization. What I meant was I don't think he's not going to take over.
I see what you're saying.
I think Addison's going to make it up, especially because I think they're going to be down a lot against the Niners and they're going to have to pass here. I think I want to say Godwin.
I'm still sitting Godwin.
We only got 5 minutes left.
Oh yeah.
Should I start Wandale, Rondale, or Reed?
Probably Wandale.
I'm sitting Rondale, that's for sure. Reed, I think, has the highest upside because Denver. I want to go Wandale Robinson.
I don't know. With Watson healthy, Reed's playing in 3 receiver sets, which I don't know. I would rather go Wandale. Wandale's going to get more targets for sure.
I think it goes Rondale for me. Just Jaden Reed's usage has gone down, and Rondale's it's gross, but he has a great matchup, and if he keeps getting the design targets like he has been the last 2 weeks.
Julio Jones is expected to get 15 to 25 snaps for the Eagles tonight.
Couldn't care less.
Yeah. Peak for him is when you put on the jersey. Yeah.
How many snaps before he's hurt?
15 to 20.
Game 2, 21 snaps.
3 to 5.
Those hamstrings.
I say he gets hurt in warm up. That's just me.
Yep.
Half PPR one. We got a lot of Wandale. Wandale, Keontae, or Kendrick. I think after Mike determined Kendrick Bourne is getting 1 million targets a game. I'm going Kendrick Bourne in this one.
Oh man.
In fact, I may go check the waiver wire for Kendrick Bourne in all my leagues last minute. And that's the lovely part about Sleeper. I love that you can just type in his name and see availability in all my leagues.
Yep.
And I can just know that where I can get him. So let's see any leagues I got to fill a flex spot. Let's go. Is anybody not going Bourne here?
I'm playing Keontae.
You suck.
On purpose?
Yeah, over these guys, yeah. Like I don't know.
It is gross.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's not. I don't think there's a great option between the three of them. But yeah,
brutal.
Well, I'll trust the volume Ingram's gonna see. It's just, it could be. Yeah, it's a low floor with them too. So
I'm scrolling through my sleeper availability here in other leagues of Kendrick Bourne. I own Kendrick Bourne in an alarming number of leagues. Yikes!
Yeah, I think it's Bourne.
I kind of wish I had looked. You ever go on Dynasty Nerds and they do like the team appraisal where it shows you your rostership across leagues? And I remember preseason going, "Oh my God, I have 93% rostership of Adam Thielen."
3 minutes to kickoff. Anything else?
Let me see if there's any more live questions here instead of just doing the Twitter ones. Nope. Let's go back to Twitter. Jones or Cook? Jones.
Yeah, it's just that injury. If you're worried, just play Cook. I think he's gonna have a good game. If you want to chase the upside,
say that every week we say I think James Cook is gonna have a blow up, and every week James Cook sucks. I'm done with James Cook. I was on board with you. He should be good this week, but we've said that like 4 weeks in a row, and he sucked.
Yeah, I almost hate to pick both Packers here, but I might pick both Packers here.
You know, it's gonna be fun in a couple of weeks or in a week when James and Dalvin end up splitting this backfield.
Oh God,
Jets are going to trade him, and they're
going
to
to so bad.
Team.
Interdivision.
So right now.
Yeah, interdivision. If you're the Jets, though, wouldn't you trade Dalvin to a division?
Yeah,
I don't think Bills want him.
Round pick, take him off my roster. Like I wouldn't want Dalvin at all. He's just awful.
Oh man,
doesn't do anything. He's so
Flex
like
option.
immediately cooked.
Flex
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Shut up, Alexa. Flex option between whoever we didn't start there, Christian Watson, JSN, Palmer. I think for me, it's either Watson or Palmer.
I agree.
Do we have a preference?
I think it'd either be Cook or Watson for me.
You're not believing in the Palmer blow up against Kansas City?
He's full.
I'm just worried.
Palmer will give you those 10 points like every time. Like you know what you're getting out of Palmer.
It's just I feel like the Chiefs have been doing such a good job of shutting down like top receivers. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do that against Keenan Allen, and so that might mean they just shut Palmer down.
The last time that Palmer played against Kansas City without Mike Williams, he went for 31 fantasy points. Just a note.
That's a fair point.
Just a note. He was the wide receiver 3 that week.
Jordan Mason,
Mitchell.
Eli Mitchell. I think CMC's going to play. I go Mitchell here. I think he gets integrated more. And then you just hope they have a big lead and CMC sees the bench and a managed workload. And you get, Eli falling into the end zone. I think it's Mitchell, though.
Yeah, Mitchell.
We had a couple more live questions.
We do? Okay.
Yep.
Sweet. Thank you. Good eye. Where were we? Okay, start flex full. Scary Terry or Godwin? It's got to be Terry, right? Against the Giants?
Yes.
I think with
Yeah.
the matchup,
Yes.
yes.
Terry from the matchup.
Okay, we got to be quick here, guys. We have 50 seconds. Gibbs or Watson? Gibbs for me.
Gibbs.
Gibbs.
Goddard, Jonnu, Goddard for me.
Goddard.
Got it.
Okay, sorry, I don't want to rush, but those guys got like 30 seconds to submit the lineup.
Yeah,
so-
let's go.
Yeah.
Rapid fire, go.
Yeah. No, those were the only
That's it.
three. I just wanted. I'll
I
go
was
back
ready
to
for
the
more.
Twitter questions, but
Yeah, no, you're good.
the Twitter questions, I don't know if you're going to get them in live or in time, anyways. Godwin or
All right.
London?
Lines are set. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, are they? Oh, it's not here. I'm just going by the countdown above me for
Oh, okay.
for
Yeah,
red
because
zone.
I was
So
on
it's
Sleeper,
19
immediately
seconds.
just locked players in.
Oh, did it? I don't know. I haven't checked. I'm just like I said. I've got red zone on the screen above me, and they say, "Yep, you're right. It's locked in." So, all right, they are locked in. So we cannot help you at this point. You might have been better off, anyways. All right. So, thank you for tuning in. Catch us tomorrow at noon for our Week 7 recap of what I'm sure figures to be a very exciting week. Actually, you know what? There's some ugly matchups, but there are some there's 4 sexy matchups. We got what? Lions, Ravens, Chargers, Chiefs, Dolphins,
Eagles, Miami.
Eagles, San Fran, Minnesota. There are 4 or 5 real high-end exciting matchups. So
Steelers, Rams.
that's sexy right there, man.
At least one of those sides.
Daryl Henderson versus Najee Harris, the matchup you all tune in for.
Who gets more yards? We will see.
This has been the NFL Week 7 Live Fantasy Football Sit Start Show for Aaron, Jesse, Tanner, and Mike, but not Tim or Jeremy because they have better things to do. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck in Week 7.
See y'all.